All right, guys, today I want to talk about the future of one of planet Earth's most beautiful cities, my city, Sydney, Australia. Now, regarding Sydney and Circular Quay, the very famous bit for you tourists that you see the pictures all around the world, this is Circular Quay. Circular Quay train station's pretty much right here, but they're going to be doing, at some point, most likely, massive upgrades, such as this potentially, to Circular Quay. So we're going to be doing some before and after images showing what Circular Quay looks like right now, and we're going to show you what it could look like. Plus we're going to be doing some live Google imaging, Google Earth stuff. So if that sounds fun, if you're interested in Sydney and all that kind of stuff, then hey, we're making videos, 4 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, right here. Come join us if you haven't already. We talk about technology reviews and whatever else, right? Now, this reminds me, this potential situation, what they're going to do at Circular Quay, reminds me of the High Line in New York City. The High Line is this bit of disused, pretty sure freight railway track. I don't think it was ever used for public transportation, but yeah, they basically were going to get rid of this. In fact, Mayor Giuliani, the very famous Mayor Giuliani, during the September 11th, 2001 attacks, that guy, right? He pretty much wanted this thing demolished. Thank goodness it wasn't demolished, because they ended up revitalizing, I'll get that picture in a second, they ended up revitalizing this old High Line, as they now call it, and you know, tourists and everyone walk around it, right? Now, talking about cities that need revamping, just quickly, just a quick offhand situation, it's gonna be, you've already seen it, it's gonna be Blackpool in England, the United Kingdom, right? Beautiful little seaside town, kind of like Sydney, beautiful little seaside town, but it's in desperate need of a renovation all down its boardwalk, concrete walk. There's not a tree in sight. It's just in need of a massive overhaul. They need more vegetation. There's no trees there. It's ugly, but it's beautiful, but it's ugly. I'm sorry, Blackpool people, all right? But anyway, going back to Sydney and what Sydney looks like. So look, this is a live image on Google Earth. So we're going to zoom down and we'll do some before and after shots. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are living in Sydney that are watching this video, and I'm sure obviously there's a lot of people that aren't living in Sydney that maybe are watching this video as well. So we'll show you what Circular Quay kind of looks like right now. Okay, there's obviously the Opera House. There's the Harbour Bridge as we swoop over. Nice little parallax motion. But what we're going to do now, we're going to zoom out again, and then we're going to twist it around. Okay, just like that. So there's the Opera House on the left. There's the bridge on the right now. There's the shadow of the bridge. This is Circular Quay right here. Now we're going to zoom down just like that. Gosh, that's awesome, hey? It's like playing God in Sim City or something like that, you know? There's the Opera House. Let's have a quick little browse at the Opera House. Oh, hang on. Oh man, that's awesome. Quick little view of the bridge from here. How cool is that? Okay, that's so sweet. We're going to zoom around again, back to Circular Quay. This is the main focus. This is what the government of Australia intend to update at some point. This area right now in front of me, okay? I'm waiting for this thing to load and kind of get the pixels out of it. Is it loading properly now? Okay, so this little bit here, if you follow my mouse on the left, this is the train line to Circular Quay train station, and it goes and continues off down that way. Now the thing above it is a road called the Cahill Expressway, Cahill, C-A-Hill Expressway, something like that, okay? Do I even live in Sydney? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, the Cahill Expressway. We're going to zoom in a little further and take a look at this area as it pretty much looks right now. You know, I apologize in advance. It's obviously Google Earth. It's doing pixelated stuff. You get a general idea of what it looks like from a three-dimensional picture. All right, I'm going to zoom in a bit more and go down here. And this road pretty much feeds cars from the heart of the Sydney area, the CBD, to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, right? I've only ever been in a car on this road a few times, 3, 4, 5 times in my life. But I've been on the Circular Quay train station, getting trains to and from where I live to Circular Quay, probably 500 times, if not more, in my life. I'm talking about a ridiculous amount of times. So, you know, I'm someone who's visited this place, as you know, I've just said, okay, many, many times. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what the government has to offer regarding demolishing things and putting new things in place. But there we go. That's just a kind of a behind the view, behind the Cahill Hill Expressway. We're on top of some buildings right now. I'm going to scoot over here now. So there's a nice little picture of behind. Now you see them doing renovations there. That's actually where the trams are now. There's all trams there now, but in this image from a few years ago, they're actually building the trams, right? So we'll go over here. So all this is going to be renovated potentially, including the ferry wharves. Interesting, right? So that's pretty much the area. So we're just quickly following the road. The road on over there goes through a tunnel, or you can go to the city area, as you guys can see. Okay, so following this road again, as you can see, we're now on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. All right, and for anyone wanting to know where Luna Park is right there. The big smiling face. It looks terrible on Google Earth, but is it going to freaking fix itself and load? I don't know. It's taking way too long. But anyway, going back, let's go under the harbour bridge. Oh, no, we'll go to the side. Okay. So that's actually where I got a ferry, a cruise ship a couple of times right there from the Overseas Passenger Terminal. A very cool little location. So anyway, now that we know where we are, right? Sydney might get its own Highline style park in the huge Circular Quay and Cahill Hill Expressway revamp. So this is potentially what it could look like. Going from picture to picture, okay? So that's kind of the before. Hang on. Let's try and do that again. What was it like before? Okay, it was from that angle. We'll go zoom out. We'll go up a little. About there, maybe? About there? Okay. So that would be the differences between those two images, right? These ferry wharves would be absolutely getting demolished and redone completely by the looks of it. Plus on the Cahill Hill Expressway and train station, there's huge upgrades here and here for viewing platforms, whereas we do not have those platforms there and there, okay? Hope I'm really helping to show you guys what the plan is. That's one of the viewing platforms on the grass. So if we go over here to the grass, that's pretty much where that viewing platform would be. Okay, I'll zoom down a little so you guys can see what we're actually looking at. They pretty much propose to put a viewing platform right there. So that's kind of before and after. Potentially that would be better to look at it like that. Something like that, right? Okay, going back to this again, scroll to the next image. This would be inside of a revamped Circular Quay train station. Costing many millions of dollars to revamp the station. Probably needs it, honestly, a little bit. This is the ferry wharves. I don't have any pictures of the ferry wharves, but a little different. Nothing too noticeable here though, but yes, different. That's from, as we showed you before, that's from pretty much going down here to this angle and looking, if we can do it, looking through the gaps and seeing the harbour bridge and all that kind of stuff. I can't zoom down any further than that because the buildings are in the way, but that's going to be that shot there looking at the harbour bridge from behind, and that's where the trams are now, as you guys can see right there. Going to the next picture, and that's that picture that we showed you before. He's pretty much standing on Circular Quay train station looking out and taking photos, as I and my family have done many times, right? And that's a nice little shot looking from that way. So let's go back to Google Earth, zoom around, whoosh whoosh, double check what that was. Okay, so that's pretty much going down there. Zooming in if we can. It's very hard. Sometimes it doesn't allow you to do it. So that's kind of that angle. Okay, but much lower to the ground. So they'll be putting a lot more trees down the walkway. Obviously the ferries are on the right. The ferries are on the right. And the station's on the left. Ferries are on the right, station's on the left. Okay, they'll be putting a lot more trees, which I'm absolutely for. If any city, if any concrete jungle needs an upgrade, it's going to be first and foremost put heaps and heaps of trees around. You know, soften the concrete, add more oxygen to that city, remove the carbon dioxides. I mean, have it, look, Central Park in New York City, amazing, beautiful park, right? You know, massive stress reliever to the people that live there and huge tourist attraction, right? To go in a green space while you're in a concrete space is really awesome, okay? So that's kind of cool. What's this next shot? That's kind of looking at the Opera House from, we'll just go over here now. It's a nice little matrix-y building. By the way, this building right now, whoops, hang on. This building was in the Matrix. Matrix number 1. How they're interrogating Morpheus and Agent Smith is like talking to him and stuff. Anyway, so we're kind of going back over here now. If we can zoom down, that building's been in the way. And that's kind of that angle looking at the, I don't know if I can do it because the buildings are in the way, looking at the Opera House, which is over there. You guys see the Opera House? Nope. There we go. So that's kind of what they want to do there. Going to the next image, you get the picture, okay? Looking at the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. And, okay. We will quickly show you that from this angle. So we're going to zoom down to a part where we're not where the buildings are, so then we can look up. That's super annoying, huh? It won't allow us to do it. It's super annoying, isn't it? I'm using my fingers on a touchscreen, by the way, my touchscreen computer. So that's why it looks like that. But that's, you know, kind of the view there, okay? Blah, blah, blah. Going to the next image, and that's going to be that park, which we showed you before. Going down here, that's that park. Right there. All right, that's the differences between that park now and that park now. There's not going to be too much differences, but there will be like a water feature looking area there and possibly a temporary stage or something, you know. The major difference is the yoga mats everywhere, okay? Anyway, blam. There we go. Going to the next shot. Okay, so going down now. So we're going to actually watch the video together. We're going to review the video together and you know, just get an understanding of what this thing is going to be like, okay? Are we ready to watch it together? Because I am. Here we go. By the way, they seem a little kiss-assy, a little sucky up to the Aboriginal people, which I might add are amazing people, and this is their land, right? The Aboriginal culture has been in Australia for thousands of years, whereas white man's only been here for, I don't know, a few hundred or so. But it just seems like, I have seen this video before, it just seems a little sucky up to the Aboriginal people. You can tell it's sucky up, okay? That's just my opinion. Let's go.
Warang Circular Quay is Australia's waterfront to the world.
She's calling it Warang Circular Quay. So I'll go back to that for a second, and I'll just show you that little thing again. Okay, Warang. This one right here. I've personally never heard of that word, and I've been to this place 1,000 times. Obviously, it's an Aboriginal word to describe this part of Sydney, okay? And the Warang people, I don't quite know much about them, but that's their area, but I've never heard of it before. It just seems like they're completely sucking up. But anyway, I've talked about that. Let's watch.
Warang Circular Quay is Australia's waterfront to the world. It's a place that means so much to all Australians. As Australia opens up to the world, a new design will transform this iconic destination, celebrating what makes Warang so loved by everyone. The new ferry wharves will be more spacious and open, to capture the stunning harbour views and give all ferry customers a better travelling experience. Footpaths and walkways will be expanded to give you more room to move and take in the sights and sounds of the harbour. Spectacular new views to the Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge will be created, and existing views will be enhanced. Green spaces will come alive with new opportunities to play and celebrate. Cultural ceremony and event spaces will bring the waterfront to life. New and revived
you guys can see the tram in the background.
A range of locations to eat, drink, and enjoy Australia's greatest meeting place.
It's a pretty cool shot.
Part of the Cahill Expressway will become a new green public space, creating a landmark destination and unrivaled viewing platforms. The train station will be completely renovated. Widened entrances, improved signage, new escalators and lifts will improve the travelling experience.
It probably needs it.
Preserving and protecting the best of its heritage features. At the heart of the sustainable design will be a focus on Australia's First Nations culture and heritage, connecting back to country. Native plants will bring biodiversity
very nice
to these new spaces.
It does look nice.
Circular Quay renewal, revitalising Australia's waterfront to the world.
So there you go, guys. That's that little situation. Wow, I thought I was in a nightclub then for a second, but okay. Let's get out of that. Yeah, quick little thing for that. So the thing, like I said, the thing that I like the most about the situation is the greening of a concrete area. All right, I really, really do like that. I'm just going to go to the next image and see what that looks like. So, okay, well, we've seen these things. We've seen these things. Okay. Now, well, that's one proposal. 2021. What are we in? June 2022, I should say. June 2022. No more lockdowns. That'd be great. 2021 was a terrible year, especially 2020. Now, listen, this isn't a kind of 3-4 month old proposal. This is to completely demolish Circular Quay train station and the road above it, the Cahill Expressway. I don't like this one, but this is another proposal from May 31st, 2022. Well, that's when the story came out from Clover Moore, who I might add, I'm not the biggest fan of. No, if you know who she is, you know who she is. If you don't worry about it, okay? But anyway, so they could potentially knock down the actual road above the train. So this is the train track, and they could actually knock down the road above. Now, I've got some images here. I'm just going to quickly go over them. Well, as you guys can see, that's Circular Quay train station, the most amazing view in the world. We've got some old-time photos there in a second, but we'll go back to here for a second, and then we'll go back to Google Earth. So we're going to go to that little area again. We'll look here, go up if we can. And yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a very warped image. But removing the top deck of the roadway, this is Clover Moore's situation that she wants to do, right? Where are we? And just have the train station there. But at some point she wants to have the train station removed and it look like this. Now, I must admit, it does look good, but it's taking Sydney away. No. But it looks good, but no, don't ever do this. Anyway, I'm gonna show you a before and after of this in a second, more clearly, using Google Maps. This is potentially what it would look like from this angle. Okay, going back to this. So, doing a before and after of what this could look like regarding Google Earth, okay? Going over here now, zooming out, going around, and then going down. Okay, so that's kind of the same as that. So is that right? Okay, so that's kind of what we would have now, before and after. We'd have like a couple of ferry wharves completely gone. Maybe is that a bit better? That's probably a bit better. So probably the middle two, well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5. So these 2 ferry wharves would potentially be gone. We'll show you that photo again. And you have these weird steps that walk down to the water if you're suicidal and want to swim next to the ferry next to the ferry blades. Okay, so there's that situation. So beautiful, but no, it's too much of a dramatic change. Okay, plus obviously the train station and the road is completely gone. This is a Cafe Sydney. I can't remember what this building is called, but it's a very old, very famous building. with a Cafe Sydney on top. Going back to that image again, that's that building right there. Old building, famous building. So yeah, what do you guys think about that situation? That one right there. Now, of course, there is this image. Now, I'm going to show you what this image would look like if we had that going. Okay, it's from that angle. Okay, I'm just double checking. I'm trying to work out how to do it. I'm going to double check it one more time so I get it right for you guys. Okay, so we're looking down at the trams and the trains. All right. So there's a big bloody building in the way. But, okay. How do we do this? How do we show you this? If we go in between these two buildings right here, maybe they'll allow us to go zoom up like that. Okay. That's getting somewhere now. Okay. So that's kind of a before and after of how that would look. Okay. So you got the trams over there. You got the trams over there. And obviously this whole bare area is where the road and where the train used to be. Okay, all this, they propose that all this is gone. No, don't do it. No. If you're going to get rid of anything, in my opinion, get rid of the road, keep the train station there. Apparently, they were saying that if they were going to build a train station underground to complete the city loop, because this train station is a part of the city circle in Sydney, right? You know, it's the best goddamn station in the world with the best view. Sorry. It's an okay looking station, a bit but it has the best views in the world. That's what I'm trying to say. The station itself is a bit okay? But there you go, that's a before and after of that situation. I'm gonna remove my face so you guys can properly see that. There's those steps that we saw before. There's those steps that we could that they could possibly put in. Once again, removing 1 or 2 ferry wharf terminals. Not the best situation. And there's those steps again, okay? But once again, the road and the train station is gone, whereas, of course, it's here, okay? Going to the next image. I'm just trying to find what to show you guys now. Okay, now, there's even another proposal, and in my opinion, this thing that I'm about to show you could be even more impressive for a potential upgrade of Sydney's Circular Quay than what I've shown you so far. This could be the best situation so far. So this is from August, 31st of August 2020 is when this proposal came out. Now this is looking down from the expressway. So we're going to zoom out and go around here. And okay, so that's roughly that area. So we're looking towards the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House over there, and that's on top of the Cal Hill Expressway. And the ferry wharves have like a green walking scape, which is kind of interesting. I don't actually mind that. So we're going to show you a video in a second. And yeah, more in-depth detail of how this could look in a 3-dimensional video, right? Now, if you look closely on the left, there's the actual trains. There's a train at the train station. Obviously, in this situation, the train station and the road is still there, obviously. But now we're looking out towards Circular Quay that way. I mean, this would be a very modern update to what we have. Very interesting. So I think before a designer makes a decision, before the city of Sydney makes a decision, we really need to assess all the alternatives, all the different things we could have. Don't limit ourselves to one shitty thing when we could have something better. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, whatever we get though, more trees in my opinion, okay? Let's quickly watch this video together right now. I'm gonna remove my face every now and then. Make that a little faster for you guys. So there's the trams right there. There's the ferries. Okay. I'm going to fast forward a little. Fast forward a little more. So in this situation, it looks like they've taken the top off, obviously, and they're showing you what would be underneath, right, on the road. So, yeah. But they've got these little, if you guys can see, they've got these little areas next to on top of the ferry wharves where the green grasses and stuff like that, right? The video's almost, that's really loud. The video's almost finished. So that's a nice little shot from above of what it could look like, right? Interesting. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. All right, let's continue. There's another shot of this angle which we showed you before, but this is kind of a more in-depth high definition photo kind of thing. The other one was more pixelated, I'm pretty sure. There's that shot again of Circular Quay train station looking a hell of a lot better. But if you look closely, I'm just going to pause this video right now. I don't quite know how this works, but you're able to actually, in this situation, you're able to actually walk up the expressway. And then from the expressway, then you can catch the train or something like that. So instead of Circular Quay train station, when you arrive, you have to go downstairs and then walk to wherever you want to go, to the Opera House or wherever, right? You're walking around, right? In this situation, it looks like you can leave the train station from here, potentially. Can you guys see that? You're able to like walk up these ramps or walk down these ramps to the road or even to the train station itself. Very interesting. That's very interesting. I want to hear you guys in the comments below and let me know what you think about this situation. Which one of these proposals do you like the most out of everything you've seen? Or do you absolutely hate everything and wish that you had nothing happen, nothing change because you're happy the way it is? Look, let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, people will be watching this video and thinking, oh, that's interesting what people are saying. So, you know, the more people that say something, the more people that will be like, oh, that's interesting, and they can maybe take your idea and use it. Let me know in the comments down below. We're on channel 2, and of course we're on channel 1. We make videos, travel vlogs all around the world before COVID at least. Anyway, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, @TallBoyGareth. Like and subscribe. Do your thing, lads. We're having fun here 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Whew. Hope you guys like the video. I've been told my name's Gareth, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.